This is gonna be my first impression slash review of Vanquish. Yo, Ginger's Wrath, why are you making a first impression video of an old game? Well, it might be old for console players since it came out in 2010 for both PS3 and Xbox 360, but it's kinda new on PC. Platinum Games are making an effort to expand their player count onto PC with some ports of the older games. Let's see how they did with Vanquish. Let's talk about the port itself real quick. It's on Steam and at full price it's only $20. It has up to 4K support and uncapped frame rate, which is very nice for people that have nice computers. It also isn't buggy and for most part plays really well. There are a decent amount of options in the settings and overall, I think this was a great port, especially when there are some real crap ones out there. Okay, let's talk about what the game does wrong first. It has a very short campaign, around 6 to 7 hours on first playthrough, with a terrible story. The story is just god awful. And the sad part is, it looks like they tried a little with the story. Some games you can clearly tell they didn't care about the story, but I don't get that impression with this game. They have a lot of cutscenes and dialogue and acting and drama slash mystery going on. They even try to build a bond with the characters. There's this one character that is a complete asshole, but he starts showing his good qualities the more you play the game in hopes of making you care about him in the end. But his character is too bland, and for being in a game a whole lot, he doesn't actually do much. So by the end of the game, I still hate him. I feel like the story just gets in the way of the awesome action. I also don't like the colors in the game. Everything's very gray and boring for the most part, but the graphics are not bad at all. Okay, let's talk about what the game does good. Well, while we are still talking about the presentation of the game, I think this game shines a lot in the animation department. Your character moves very fluently, and he has this style to him with the way he moves. It makes doing some of the crazy moves a spectacle to watch. The gameplay is the real show here. Let's get that out the way. It is fantastic. You can slow down time and wreak havoc on your foes, but it takes up this gauge, and sliding also takes up this gauge, so you need to use it wisely. The movement system is pretty damn good. You can hold down shift to boost slash slide to get close to your enemies, or you can use it to slow down time by aiming, or if you're nearby cover, you can quickly get into that with a press of a button. You can also roll the spacebar. It's not as good or fast as sliding, but it doesn't take up any of your gauge. Shooting feels pretty good. Nothing special, but it's not bad by any means. They have some different guns you can find all over the map that all do different things and are fun to shoot and play with, like the shotgun for an example, which is a giant gun that shoots, you guessed it, giant saws at your enemies, but it's just really cool watching. The enemies are also well designed. They don't have the best AI, but they are so fun to kill. There are a good bit of different opponents to face and cool bosses to kill. There are also some variation in the game. One point I was protecting the cargo against these big robots approaching us. The other time I had to be quiet and shoot out the lights so the enemies didn't spot us. Sometimes they can really be fun, sometimes it's okay, but it does a great job of breaking the mold, and that's always a plus in my eyes. The game also lets you tackle situations in different playstyles too, which is always great to see. You can stay in cover and play it like a basic third-person shooter, or you can run around using your sliding to get up on enemies and blast them. I also really liked how most of the fights really felt like a real war zone. Well, not a real one, but definitely still a war zone. Bunch of people fighting and stuff happening in the background all makes for a great place for some great action. Overall, I think this game is great. If you are into fast-paced third-person shooters, this is it. It is short and has a really bad story, but has some amazing gameplay to go with it. I'm sad this game didn't become more popular before, but I'm happy they ported it to Steam. Okay, let's rate this game. I rate it out of a couple different things. It's either gonna be shit, meh, recommend, or highly recommend. And in my opinion, highly recommend. It's only $20 and it's a blast to play, and I wish a lot more people got to play this game, and I wish it gets more credit for a possible sequel in the future. Thank you for watching my video today. If you're interested in it, please like and subscribe, and I keep making more of them for you.